This is the J-Hawks Sports Network, powered by Heartland Technology.
All right, the J-Hawks Sports Network, Heartland Technology, as we are set for high school basketball. Jesup and Aplington-Parkersburg tonight. It is a boy-girl doubleheader in the NICL neutral, I guess. It's a battle of East versus West, and this time Jesup only has to face AP once this year, Luke, which is probably a good thing.
I would think so. AP is one of those teams that am I on? Okay. Sorry, we were turning knobs, pressing buttons. I never know what's going on. I just stand back and ask questions. But yeah, AP is one of those programs. They're always good. You know, even when they maybe their record doesn't look as good, they're going to be good. They press start to finish. The thing that surprised me this time around with the girls in particular here, AP, at least as I remember, is never overly tall. They always have really quick girls. But they've got some height out there, man. They've got a number of girls that go 5'10". They've got about 5'10"ers. They've got a 5'11" down there. So that could be problematic for the Jayhawks. I know that's one of the things we kind of hang our hat on is our size, but we're gonna come up against a little size tonight too. It looks like.
Well, when you look at where we're at right now, AP coming in at 11-4 in the girls' side of things. The NICL Central, they're 4-3 overall. And Jesup 7-0, undefeated in the Nickel East as they sit atop of the standings. Next one down is Wapsie Valley at 5-0. We'll see them here in about another week and a half or so. But 12-3 overall, and you know, just talking to Joe Smines here earlier, and I'm like, are we going to host? When does this all come out? We're talking postseason already.
Yeah.
When you look at Jesup's already 15 games in, you know, same thing for AP. Boys, 14 games in last night after winning down to Vinton. We're knocking on postseason's door.
It's hard to believe, but the season is quickly coming to an end. I mean, you and I, I've got one more boys game, but this is it for you and me.
When you look at it together. So, it's 10 years we've been doing this. Got you involved in football early on, and we had some fun out there.
We did.
we had some fun, you know, wearing marching band uniforms, you know.
I'm always reminded of that one picture.
Getting pizza delivered out there and all the things that happen. And then we get into volleyball and basketball, and we've done wrestling. And so, you know, it's hard to believe 10 years in, Luke, but it's been fun being on headset.
It's been a blast. I appreciate you way back then asking me to do it, even though I remember thinking to myself, I have no business being on a mic. I don't know anything about it. And you're like, you knew I could run my mouth. So it's worked out well having a professional guy and a guy that's just pretty good at running his yapper.
Well, there's times, are we there? Here I am. There was times I'm like, well, I'm going to miss a game. Can Luke do it by himself? And now I don't think anything of it. You work in Jason Pilcher, and we worked in Nick Green out of football this year, and Tim Sauer, and tonight we're going to work in a brand new guy for the boys game. That's Roger Oberhauser.
Yeah, and he'll do a great job. Roger is one of the all-time greatest basketball minds in the area, and even beyond. So he will definitely bring a different perspective to the game, and I look forward to listening to him a little bit later on. But for now, folks, you've still got myself and Nate.
So you're going to go home, kick back, and open up some sort of soft drink, I'm sure.
But no, I got a couple of things I got to do, but I mean, it's possible.
Join in, it's possible. But we say this is our last regular season game together. There is still possibilities of posting some post-round on the boys and girls side of things. I would think maybe tonight plays into that decision as far as the win-loss column. And there's going to be maybe some news coming out soon as they make a decision to see if, once again, Jesup gets to host wrestling duels. So that sounds like that still is a possibility. And if that happens, that's like coming up next week or something like that.
Yeah, it's always a nice surprise / treat when you get to host in your own, or when you get to compete in your own house. It just brings a little bit more enthusiasm and excitement and aggressiveness for those of you on the home team.
Let's turn things over. Starting lineups. PA announcer Dan Fox.
By supporting your team, respecting the abilities of the opposition, and the decisions of the officials, you can create an environment that is reflective of the community. Be a class act, be a good sport, be a winner in a game of sportsmanship. Please welcome tonight's team officials, Vaughn Grimm, Laura Stigman, and Jeffrey Rome. Now, the starting lineup for the Falcons, a senior, number 2, Emma Wolf. A senior, number 4, Peyton Fluster. A junior, number 5, Emma Walker. A junior, number 12, Colby Wanganet. And a junior, number 20, Ava Eddy. The Falcons are coached by Brady Driscoll. And now, for our J-Hawks, a senior 2, Peyton Youngblood. A junior number 11, Emma Rose. A junior number 12, Jayden Rose. A sophomore number 13, Emma Zabo. A senior number 23, Olivia. The J-Hawks are coached by Jordan Conrad. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand as we honor our nation and flag. We'll pay respect to our men and women in uniform around the world who protect our liberties and way of life with the playing of our national anthem.
National anthem in, and from the Jesup Pep Band. Luke, starting lineups.
For the Aplington-Parkersburg Falcons, a senior guard, Emma Wolf, number 2. A senior number 4, Peyton Klooster. A junior number 5, Eva Walker. A junior number 12, Colby Wanganet, a junior number 20, Ava Eddy, and a freshman number 50, Riley Wagnies.
So as we come in again, Jesup coming in at 12-3 overall, 11-4 is where the Falcons are, and jumping Olivia Nesbitt standing up against Ava Eddy, both coming in at 5'10", 5'11", somewhere in there. I would say Ava Eddy, 5'10", maybe a little short.
You're not going to give
looking at that.
Our girls any love. We're just going to blow right by calling them out, Nate.
As far as what?
We're going to read the Falcons off.
But did you not do the lineups? You know, I just seen if you're paying attention. What's the Jesup starting lineup?
Oh, everybody knows the Jayhawks. We've got a senior guard number 2.
You had a really long pause.
Yeah, I did. A senior guard number 2, Peyton Youngblood. A junior guard number 11, Emma Bowes. Junior guard number 12, Jaden Bowes. a sophomore forward, Emma Zabel, number 13, and then a senior forward, number 23, Olivia Nesbitt. There we go.
Well, AP was off the bat with the first shot, and Zabel banks in the three, and Jesup takes the lead for the first time tonight.
Jesup into the press, something that the AP Falcons like to do early and often.
Deep shot from that center, Ava Eddy again, who jumped ball center court as things we're going with a tip-off, and nice knock away from Olivia Nesbitt, who had a great game last Friday night.
Boom, Zabel.
And Zabel's got some heat going.
They're thinking that was not on our report.
We'll make some adjustments as they come forward. Head coach Brady Driscoll, AP. And AP continues to try and now it's not. Look at their outside shooting. Ava Walker with that rebound. Again, just underway here. The Jesup and Aplington-Parkersburg, the last boy-girl doubleheader of the season. Otherwise, both teams will hit the road for, girls will hit the road for 5 road games.
Jesup with the turnover.
And nice Nesbitt. There you go. And look at this team, and you know, there's some youth out there, but you've got some experience. But fundamentally, they have really grown as a team.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know, we spoke highly of AP coming into this, but that certainly was not a knock on our Jayhawks. Either one of these teams is more than capable of coming out of this game with a W.
8-2 advantage.
We
Jayhawks.
We got to take better care of the ball, though. We can't make those errant passes.
Open shot, chance given. Jaden Bowes tried to get that. Little team up in the paint, looking for that board. Zabel finds it.
Push it, get it out of there.
Peyton Youngblood, we've seen her really step up her senior year. And a foul on that far side will be advantage Jesup.
Yeah, we got that rebound. We had numbers down the court. You just got to get that ball up before they have a chance to get into that press. Quinlan Schultz, the senior guard, in for the Falcons. I was actually surprised, and I don't know who usually starts for the Falcons, but I was a little surprised Schultz didn't start. I kind of expected her to be in that starting 5.
Yeah, that's what I figured too, as I was estimating looking at her of, you know, she leads assist in this team with almost 6.5 a game as a senior. And we see a timeout on the floor. 30-second timeout wanted. AP Colby Wagnus, a junior, 12.5 points per game. Peyton Klooster, almost 12 points per game. Olivia Nesbitt been leading Jesup, pushing 15 points per game, but her stat line across the board, almost 50% from the field, 36 from three-point range, 80% at the free throw line. But Emma Zabel right in there as well. But you know, Emma Bowes is one that she's just been an assist machine and rebounding machine throughout the season too.
Yep, she's the Energizer Bunny. She's all over the place. But I'll tell you, going back to Olivia Nesbitt, you know, she leads with 15 a game, but she is so unselfish. I mean, she kicks the ball out so often that a lot of girls would take it right to the rack, and a lot of times I'll tell you, I wish she would, but I never mind an unselfish player either. I think that ball's going to stick with the Jayhawks.
Stay with Jesup, and Shizzle got trapped up on that rebound, and her team had taken off the other direction.
Turn and go. That's going to bring Wolf back into the game and send Walker to the bench for the Falcons.
Shizzle in the game, came in for Emma Bowes. We very well will see Weber, Vogel,
get it out of there,
and Bain most likely here later in the game, as deep as Coach Conrad likes to go on the bench. A nice shot there for Jesup and Nesbitt.
Beautiful turnaround. Nice entry pass by, I think that was Jaden Bowes.
Nice post up by Youngblood. And didn't really necessarily know where she was at. Ava Eddy ended up in front of the student section with Jesup inbounding.
had to sky for that pass and landed with one out.
4:10 in the first quarter. Coming up at halftime, we'll talk to head coach Joe Smines. Oh, ball gets knocked out of bounds. So
very close, deflected.
Mark Woodley in the house tonight for Channel 7. We'll get some highlights.
That pass deflected by Schultz.
Deep for Jaden Bowes. Misses that one, rolls off a Zabel, but Shizzle thought she had it and was going to take it and go, but it's going to be AP's ball instead. AP has put up almost 58 points on average this season, compared to Jesup's 48. And both teams have allowed less than 39 points. Jesup at 34, AP 38.
Dylan Vogel set to check in for the Jayhawks. I was going to say at the next dead ball, that will be right now.
And she is one that's been fun to watch as she's matured as a player. This year, Dylan Vogel coming in as a freshman, and her minutes have continued to increase. And
good defense by Olivia Nesbitt there.
Got more discipline on defense and offense, and same with Shizzle as well. And we talked last week, when you look at what this team's going to be moving into next year, not that we're going to jump that far ahead, but they're just going to keep trucking.
Yep. And there's a good chance three of these gals will be real important parts of that team in Vogel, Shizzle, and Zabel. Of course, Peyton Youngblood and Olivia Nesbitt heading on to the next stage of their life after this season, as we see Zabel exit the court and Peyton Weber taking the court. Peyton Weber, another one, just a sophomore. I expect some big things out of her as she continues to mature.
3:10 to go, first quarter. Rough pass. Have AP with that turnover. They'll take it back their direction towards that north basket. Thanks for joining us on the Jayhawks Sports Network. From Arlen Technology, I'm Nate Clayberg, Luke Baldwin. The other voice you hear, Anthony Baugh on the controls. Thank God, because I sure messed some things up Saturday night.
Oh, you did fine.
And then Clark on camera down at the end. The OGs, if you will.
I thought you did a pretty good job. There were some camera difficulties, but that wasn't really your fault. They had a mind of their own.
I probably initiated it a little bit.
I feel like Anthony probably booby-trapped him.
Yeah, that could be too. I didn't really given much blame down the line to him just yet.
So Jesup again has to be better handling that basketball, better passes. AP getting them a little frazzled here and there right now and throwing some errant passes due to it.
Schultz in the game for AP. They've gone 7 total players in their lineup. Jesup with the ball. And AP, whether it's boys or girls, they love to press that floor, up and down, both sides.
Oh boy, take that to the rack, Peyton. You can draw a foul on that girl.
Vogel down to Weber. She's got the skill set to put it in, just didn't fall that time, and we're going to see a whistle and a travel. Goes back towards Jesup.
That was close. I didn't know if they were going to call a travel or a foul on Vogel there. I did see the travel first, but my eyes aren't very good either. So Shizzle heads to the bench as Emma Bowes checks back into the game for the Jayhawks.
Not necessarily been a high-scoring game. We saw some scoring very early on, and it's really seen a drought here in the last part of this quarter. And Emma Bowes just can't get it, but we're going to see a foul with Weber going to the free throw line on that shot.
That's a really nifty move by Emma. She's just got to use the board. She tried to lay it in over the rim.
Free throw. It had to think about it. It decided to go in.
Pretty good crowd in here tonight, Nate, but quiet for the amount of people that are here.
You know, we talked last week, and it was like this Saturday. I shot an email to Superintendent Cohagen and Joe Smines and Gina Felt down at the middle school. I'm like, these middle school kids are getting after it. They got the crowd going. I'll give them a little bit of
absolutely
credit on helping us pull off the victories against Union on Friday night.
100%. Every time I looked across there, they were just going nuts. That was fun. There you go. Get on her, Emma.
Back and forth, little coverage defensively, and Zombel and Weber looked like they would have been, they were clear underneath, but forced that turnover on the travel. Jesup is in the bonus right now.
Ava Eddy with the up and under scoop. It went in. Not going to count, but pretty little move by Eddy.
Kira Morris, sophomore, 5'9" forward in the game for the Falcons. Emma Bose, she's got the ball handling skills and gets the assist off to Nesbitt, doesn't go. And she continues to chase that down, Emma Bose, and going to be some pressure in that corner. However, it will be AP's ball.
Nice hustle by Bose. Her sister Jaden in for Peyton Youngblood.
And Sage Bain, one of the seniors on this team. She only senior on the floor right now.
Sage had a real nice game against Union last week. And I know let's see, have the girls played since then, or is this their?
They haven't played since Friday.
Yeah, I didn't think so. So many games going on right now that I can't keep track of who's playing on what night.
It all just happens so quick here this part of the season. You might be playing 3 or 4 games a week.
Travel.
There was a period of time, I think they had 4 or 5 games in 8 days. The girls did, so they got a little break over the weekend.
Well-deserved rest.
Jesup will be back in action down at East Marshall on Friday. That's the big road trip, and AP will host Gladbrook Rhinebeck.
Klooster checks into the game. She replaces Morris.
A total for AP. We saw Zabel come out of the gate with 2 3-pointers in a matter of seconds. But, you know, they're getting some shots off, but defensive pressure is not really letting them get good shots off.
Yeah. I mean, the thing that's just crushing Jesup right now is the press. They have to figure out a way to make a pass from one to another to get that ball up the court consistently.
Down floor, going to heave that one and get it and go.
I didn't realize where we were at on the clock. I was like, that's kind of an aggressive shot.
There's a lot of confidence in that. It's like, why not?
I thought it was a pass, then I realized it was a shot, and quickly I realized, oh wait, this must be the end of the quarter.
11-8 is where we're sitting. Jesup through the first period of play, as we will get here to the second period. And leading scorer Jesup, Zabel 6 points, Nesbitt 4, Shizzle 3. Already we've seen AP go 7 total. Jesup's gone 8, 9 total players right now. So, but you know, yeah, good crowd. AP travels really well, but we're looking at a very competitive game now, and then later on we'll see the boys game, and that'll be another tough one. AP has only lost 1 game all season, and that was back against Grundy Center back on January the 3rd. And that final, boys-wise, was 68-58. So,
man, if there's any AP cheerleader parents, grandparents, what have you out there, props to the 4 gals that were just in front of us, man. They were letting loose. when it comes to yelling. You know, you don't always hear the cheerleaders. You heard those cheerleaders for sure.
Well, they're in front of us this time, so they're faced this way. So
yeah.
we don't necessarily hear ours because they're faced the other way.
And it wasn't a knock on ours. I believe
it was.
They were getting into it.
End of the second quarter. AP managing to control the ball, keep that beyond the arch, sticking with that zone pressure, taking that quickly inside and out, and AP cannot convert on it. Peyton Weber right there to get that rebound.
Nice defense by Olivia Nesbitt too. I think she actually got a piece of that. She's going to go up and score at the other end.
I mean, the confidence Olivia has now to take that. She's on her timing. She's not forcing that shot up.
Nope. And frankly, they're they've got a kind of a weak double team going on her right now on the other end, but it's been fairly ineffective so far.
And Peyton Weber just kind of got a little too much momentum as she was trying to chase that ball down. I think she went full out trying to get that turnover.
Yeah, I don't know.
And
let it go. They got the ball back. I don't know why delay the game. I guess it was a foul.
Oh, it should be.
There we go. Nice.
There's the kind of this time fast break.
Beautiful drive. And the ball and the defender goes up strong.
Shot in from out to the Falcons for that drop. Half.
Zabel 3. A little short on that one.
Hasn't been. It's up late. That's knocked away by Emma Bowes. We're going to say a little contact in there. That'll be the second team foul against the Jayhawks. First one for Bowes. Halftime, we'll talk to Coach Smines. Talk about the victory they had last night down at Vinton-Shellsburg.
Boy, that got scary for a while, Nate. We pulled out to a real big lead, and then it all kind of fell apart on us real quickly.
They had a kid had just a sneaky three-point shooter. Really kind of brought some things back in. And, that's coming off the win on Friday against Union. And rolling into tonight, and then next week, or this Friday and Saturday, 2 games.
Had to travel there. That would have been a nice wraparound pass for Emma Bowes.
15-10. Zabel and Nesbitt in with 6, and wide open Klooster. That's her 4th point on the night. And again, the pressure, trying to get that ball across the timeline.
Jesup doing a much better job with that press now.
Yep. Emma eyed it and, kind of got ahead of herself there. Schultz came looking in, maybe going to try and knock that ball down, but a little sidestep from Bowes ended up getting piled on.
Nothing intentional there. Emma threw a nice fake. Schultz went for it. Emma stopped. Schultz didn't. It happens. They both got up just fine, and credit Schultz for trying to help Emma off the ground there as well. Good sportsmanship.
First team foul for the Falcons as they take the ball back offensively. Wide open left side. Eddy will dish off to Klooster. Whistle blown, and the basket will count, and she'll get a shoot from that free throw line.
We've got Shizzle checks back into the game. She's going to relieve Emma Bowes as Emma picks up her 2nd foul there. AP staying with the squad they've got on the court.
Nice pull in from Zabel. She's got that arm length to grab those boards. And Jaden took the chance, but breaking in. Didn't just quite have the lineup that she wanted.
Splitting the defenders. I like the drive, like the idea, but
Peyton Youngblood, a little contact there. AP all of a sudden within 1 point, Luke.
Vogel into the game. Peyton Youngblood out. Yeah, it's a tight one, but we expected it, right? I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, early on we saw it, and then there was a little drought there as far as Jesup getting some opportunity.
Oh, nice
Shizzle with a
block.
AP stays with it. Does not.
And then jumping the pass lane, getting the steal. Nice work by Shizzle, the sophomore guard.
Hard passes. Jaden's going to cross, pass over to Vogel.
Shizzle's just a good athlete. She's a four-sporter. Pretty high IQ, sports IQ. Comes from athletic parents, does a nice job for the Jayhawks in whatever field or court she's on.
Anybody ever say that about you? I've never heard that from me.
I did come from an athletic parent.
Plural or single?
Who has a single.
Okay.
But I came from a very musical parent too, also single. My parents are single, by the way. They're just I'm talking about them in the singular.
Yeah.
tense.
Well, your mom's home. I assume she's watching because Larry's sitting down below here.
No, they both had a lot to pass along to me. I was just too stupid to pick it up, but I got by.
Is it stupid or just defiant?
I had a lot of fun in sports. I was not the guy leading the stat book.
You were leading something else. Leading the mischief, maybe?
I kept the dust off the bench, that's for sure.
Yeah. You were a role player, as Smines would say.
Yes.
3:05 to go in this first half. Shizzle left side. Zabel sees Vogel, but they're pushing that perimeter, but Vogel is not phased at all when she gets into coverage.
There you go.
Zabel high off that board.
About 1 second left.
Nesbitt high off that board.
Yeah, we knew who you meant. There was about 1-2 seconds left on the shot clock, I think there, Nate. Or was that just some fans down below us?
Well, very well could have been taught in that. Shizzle in the right place, right time. Ball gets turned over. But
Zabel.
AP, they keep coming after it too. They're not just going to let it happen. Straight on three doesn't go. A little frustration there from Wangsness.
Yeah, nothing against Zabel, but we keep putting it in Zabel's hand, and she's not the person that should have the ball going up the court. And she knows it. That's why she keeps trying to get to somebody else. Excuse me.
Under 2 minutes to play. 20 seconds on that shot clock, and Schultz up top, but a little outside from Klusser doesn't go, and wow, a little escape there from Nesbitt, but AP's going to take it back. A fresh 35 seconds on that shot clock. Just some bad circumstances here. Jesup getting rebounds, but just tough to advance it.
Just too quick with the ball. Calm down, look at where you're passing, make a good pass.
Yeah, AP's had some solid looks at the basket. They've been short or they've missed.
You're right.
AP gets the rebound, but then Jesup turns it over. Shizzle tries a three.
Get in there.
Zabel, little pull down, put it up. 8 points from Zabel, a sophomore forward for Jesup.
Yeah, she got those two early three-pointers, probably messed with the Falcons' head a little bit. Can't imagine they were expecting that right out of the gate.
Little float in, doesn't go for AP and Wagness. Shot clock is off. Vogel with it.
Help her out, help her out.
Little far reach and over. I don't know if she was trying to get that
She was
Nesbitt,
going
or
to,
she's trying to get it to Shizzle?
No, she was going to Nesbitt in the middle. Just kind of sailed on her.
Substitutions near side. Zabel will sit down along with Emma Bowes. Bain and Weber in the game for Jesup. Here in the last 16 before halftime. Shot rolls away.
Boy, you're right, Nate. AP's getting good looks. They just cannot put the ball in the hoop.
Shizzle last to touch it. Ball goes up. She'll pull down the board on that kind of Hail Mary up from Eddie. And we're sitting at halftime right now, 19-14. And that's advantage for Jesup. Leading scorer is Zabel with 8 points. Actually, Nesbitt with 9. Zabel has 8. Bring in head basketball coach Joe Smines. And Coach, let's rewind to last week. And this is the busy time.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Racking in the schedule of how things have come up. But we talked last week, but we did not talk about the Sumner Fredericksburg win.
No.
That was solid.
Yeah, we're a good start. That seemed like it was forever ago. And no school day. They beat us by 10 the first time. And, we played maybe our best game of the year up to that point, and kids played well. Was never really in doubt. We got off to a great start, just kept pushing it forward. Great performances as we went. Huge win to beat a quality team like that after we got beat by them the first time. So it was a great way to start last week.
Yeah, then you move in to a game that you like you said, you've over prepared for it against Wapsie Valley. You had to prepare for it twice as weather change and a 20-point win. And there was a different rotation I saw there that was very interesting to me, where you had Ryan at that 3 or 4 spot, but with Paxton and Gage at the 1-2. That was fun basketball to watch in that setup.
We prepared for them twice, and so we played Friday night, got a great win over Union, which led into Saturday. And you never quite know on a back-to-back and after a thrilling win like that, but man, we responded in kind. Great performances. Ryan got off to a great start.
And Friday night was overtime, too.
Yeah, Friday night was overtime, and a really good win over a really good team. Best win of the season by far up to that point. And Gage gave us a great lift in the Saturday game, came off the bench. He got hurt on Friday night in the JV game. Wasn't sure if he'd be able to go Friday night, but gave us a good lift again, and Ryan was really good. And the best part about that game, I thought, was our defense and our rebounding. We out-rebounded them by plus 20, I think it was, 19, something like that. So tremendous effort on Saturday night against a rivalry game like Wapsie, who's a good ball club too, and they've won. They're over 500 as well. So really good week for us last week.
And then turn it right around. You get a little break on Sunday, but you didn't get a practice. But you had to, and you didn't really even get a shoot around on Monday when you get ready to go out on a event in Shellsburg yesterday. Yeah,
kind of. I don't know who made the schedule.
I wonder who that was.
Athletic director must be an idiot or something. But yeah, we went over to Vinton, and our defense is kind of a game. We have some things we like to do defensively throughout the whole year, and it's kind of a core. But a lot of our defensive game plan is based off of who we're playing. And we go through scout and sets and what they run, and we didn't have any time to really do that. We talked through it in the locker room, and I thought Vinton executed very well. They're a good ball club, much improved from last year. Young team. They were really young last year. They're still young this year, but they're a Walmack school. They play a good schedule. They've won 8 games already, and I really liked our toughness. We got off to a great start. They came back at us, was back and forth, and in the fourth quarter, Treptow said, "We're winning the game tonight." And hits great defensive tips, steals, finishes, and then huge free throws from Gage and Landon down the stretch. So anytime you can beat a Walmack team on 3A school on the road, you'll take it. So a really, really good way to start the week, and a good way to, 4 games in 7 days, 8 days, and win all 4. So here we go again.
Well, it's, coming out of the locker room, and Ryan's got 3 fouls. Yep. Parker's kind of knocking on the door. I think he had 2 maybe at that point. Paxton, maybe, I don't know if he had 3 at that point. But, there's energy that plays off of that as far as, Ryan, I don't think he didn't foul again until late in the game. But they were hitting some big shots you just could not really counter on.
No, at halftime I told the guys the last 4 minutes of the second quarter we were not very smart. Not great shot selection. Our defense wasn't where it needed to be. Committed way too many fouls. And that led to them getting back in the game. And conversely in the second half, I thought we did a much better job of not fouling, making it more difficult on them. I thought our 2-3 zone was really good in the fourth quarter. and he just made enough plays to win the game. But credit to them, they kept coming back at us. But once again, we had Ryan Treptow, and they didn't, and he made the plays. And but also, I thought we did a great job executing into the game too. Inbound stuff we haven't had to do a lot of yet. Executed really well. Got the guys that make free throws, got them, knock them down. So a really good win for our ball club Monday night.
One guy we haven't talked a ton about is Gage Wymore.
Yeah.
And really in the last week, seeing where his role has stepped up and the confidence he has bringing that ball up and doing what you need him to do.
Yeah, he's a guy that we, early in practice in November, I thought, he made that move early and he kind of got into our rotation and played pretty well the first couple games. Then he kind of hit a little slide there where he wasn't as good for us and we didn't play him as much, and he played a little bit more JV again. He was kind of going back and forth. We're playing both. Had a pretty good Christmas break, and then all of a sudden, he didn't play great. About 2 weeks ago, we were like, Gage, you got to be more aggressive on the JV level.
Yep.
He had one game that was really good, and he was still in our rotation. Then he got in and played really well the last 4 ball games. Kind of started at Ackley Geneva with some big shots for us, and he's always a kid that's had really good skill level. He's always had that since he's been a little guy, but it's more been, can he hang in there in a varsity game? Because he's not the most overwhelming size guy in the world, but, he's playing really well for us, which is critical to get another guy going from 3 and another guy going to handle the ball. He's done a great job of it. So,
and you were putting that formation in last night, too, with Gage and Pax at 1-2 and just kind of letting Ryan be the shooter.
Yeah, Ryan obviously for a lot of years was the point guard. The last 2 years he kind of played off the ball, with Jack and Brevin previous to that, and a little bit of Parker McCone 3 years ago. So, he can play both of those things, which is a luxury for us. So that we're better if we got more options where we can move him around and other guys can still score and take care of the ball. And Gage and Pax have done a tremendous job with that. Pax McCone, I can't say enough about him right now. He's just done a really, really good job. I'm not sure what he had for points last night, but it was just, he's on Friday night against Union, he guarded Tate Van Dyke, who's a very good player, did an excellent job on him. Hit some huge shots for us in that fourth quarter. Against Wapsie was double figures again. Last night did a great job, so playing like a senior.
Well, and one kid that I've been impressed with the maturity and as a player, Parker Mastow.
Absolutely.
He's the youngest one on the team.
Yep.
But there are some things early on this season. I said this to his dad. I'm like, that would have made him frustrated, and he would have fouled again.
Yep.
But he seems to just shake it off a little better than he did earlier.
Yeah, I thought he started the year pretty solid for us. Had those few moments. Then, he had the week. He played pretty well versus South Harn, hung in there with Grundy, and I thought Ackley Geneva, he was not good. Was not his best performance.
He was frustrated.
He was really frustrated. Came out in the third quarter and, had a bunch of dumb fouls. And I thought, oh, boy, here we go. And to his credit, we had a good conversation on Saturday morning, and to his credit, he's responded in kind. He looks like a varsity basketball player now for 32 minutes. Before it was kind of off and on, and he deserved to be out there, but he's really responded and played well. Huge finishes, huge rebounds against Union in this overtime play, just making a lot of really good high-level plays, and I'm really proud of him because, he's learning. Big guys sometimes have a hard time as they're younger playing in a varsity game, just from the size standpoint, but he's responded. And you can see he's got skill level, and now he's starting to play smarter. And you see him as the year goes on, get more comfortable, more in what we're doing. He's not asking as many questions now. He knows what we're doing, and he can make adjustments himself. So, and that's credit to Landon and Ryan on pulling him along. So those two have done a great job with him.
Well, you need to give him some sort of benchmark, here in a game or something that if he meets that, you'll also dye your hair blonde.
Oh, my God.
I think that's something that maybe you need to consider.
I had a family member call him Beach Boy last night. I said, oh, no. He's Slim Shady, Eminem style. So,
he showed up with the blonde dye last night. I was like, well, he didn't have that Saturday night.
Yeah, classic Parker, but, different haircut, but the motor didn't change and how hard he played. And, he took a knee off the thigh last night early in the ball game, and he literally went to go stretch, and he ran right by me and said, I'm going in. I said, all right, sounds good. And I love that from him. He wanted to get back in the game as fast as possible.
Well, last minute here before we let you go, we've got AP tonight. Yeah. Grundy Center's the only loss that they've faced.
Yep.
But it's always an interesting battle with the AP.
Yeah, this is always one of the most fun games of the year. They're 13-1. Always play good basketball. They're a little different makeup this year. They got Waller, who really plays well for them, scoring at a high level. Have a freshman that's shooting the ball well, King, and then Cameron's kind of a combo player. This team's a little different. I would say most of those three guys take most of their shots. Over the years, they've always had 5, 6, 7, 8, sometimes 8 guys that can score for them. at a high level. I'd say that number's a little lower this year, but their role guys have done a really nice job of playing together. So it looks like a group that knows how to win, and we'll have to be our best tonight. Hopefully we have energy. Hopefully we come out with set a good tone and believe that we can get the job done tonight, because this is a game that if we play like we're capable of, we've played the last 2 weeks, we can sure be right there at the end.
Well, Joe, I want to thank you for all the support you've given.
Yeah.
I guess given me. And
hard to believe.
I know. Hanging up the headset and making your way, giving us the time on interviews and
Always.
anything that's happened along the way. But
I remember when I first started here, I walked into the library in July or June of 12, and you were sitting there. I said, I know that guy. We were at UNI together, and that seems like it was yesterday. We're at UNI. It seems like yesterday was, June of 12. We're working on building the jack, and now we're here again doing it again. So I appreciate everything you've done, Nate. Not only your work, but your friendship you've had, and having both your kids. It's been an honor.
Well, I appreciate it so much.
Yep.
I'll still be around, but I just won't be up
I know
here
you will.
necessarily. So
thanks, buddy.
All right, thank you, Joe. That's head coach for the boys team, Joe Smines, as we talk to him here at halftime as the girls come out of the locker room again with a lead 19-14 as we hit the second half here again very shortly. And Jesup, here's to see, Luke, as they come out of the locker room, what Conrad has said or some game plan modifications from what they started.
Yeah, I can only suspect that he probably said something about, at least touched on, ball security. Good passes, intentional passes.
And yeah, again, very low scoring game, and this was kind of the way against Sumner Fred last week. They were down or beat them 37-24 is what that final was. But that second quarter, Jesup outscored AP 8-6, and we're still waiting for the first score here in this second half.
Both teams playing good defense. As we talked about numerous times in the first half, Jesup struggling with that full court press that AP has used for years and years, including right there. You just can't throw weak, errant, whatever you want to call them. You can't throw those passes. You have to be intentional with your passes. Throw a fake first, get the defense off balance, and then throw the pass.
Jaden Bowes with that rebound. Emma will grab it. Looking down floor, she's going to get forced on that far sideline, and we're going to see a foul from Wangness. That will be the first one of the quarter. First one of the quarter for AP.
Interesting call there. I kind of thought Emma was beyond her, had already passed her by the time they called the foul.
That's her first personal.
I almost wonder if Emma didn't step out, and that's why they called it, kind of got forced out over there.
AP's pulled back defensively on the pressure they have.
Good
Zabel,
feed.
nice assist opportunity, and a foul is going to be an offensive foul.
Nice feed by Jaden Bowes. Zabel just needs to turn, get her shoulder squared, put that up strong.
So looking for that rebound. Things turn back the other way. Jesup gets their first team foul. That would be Zabel's first one as well. 6:18 to play. Third quarter. Again, AP able to get on the scoreboard for the first time this half. That's the first basket for Wangness.
Right idea there. Step through that defense, then make your pass.
Outside shot, count that from about 10 feet out. Wangness, another one for her. Actually, that one's for Wolf for the basket. Pressure back out for AP. Mid-court, Youngblood beelined it towards Zabel, but waiting in the wings was Klooster, knocking that out. And it comes off of Jesup. And Schultz will go to the sideline.
It's pretty easy to talk about this press from up here when you're not looking at it, when it's not. We're seeing it above. We can see all the pieces on the board, and we're thinking, why don't they go there, pass there? Why are they making that decision? They're seeing everything straight on. A lot easier to talk about it than having to deal with it in in person down there.
Straight on, Jaden Bowes had that shot in the corner. Wide opportunity from Wolf, no good. You say rebound, but almost an assist as Wagnus gets it and puts it back up and misses the chance. And Youngblood, she was quick, aggressive.
Yeah, almost got it.
And that one right through the net from Eddie. That's her second three-pointer.
Pretty shot by Eddie. And that does give AP the lead for the first time tonight. Quick steal.
And Wagnus going to get the shot, but Eddie gets the follow-up, and Coach Conrad says, hold on a minute.
Yeah, got to make some
back in.
Got to make some adjustments. This is not working.
Yeah, 30-second timeout. You're seeing AP just kind of waiting in the wings, seeing where those passes are going, almost telegraphing them a little bit.
Yeah. I don't want to be overly critical. There's not a Jayhawk player on the court that's trying to throw the ball away. They're doing everything they can to get it up the court, and this is frustrating for them. Way more frustrating than it is for anybody else in the gym.
But they will.
Coach Conrad put them into a line here. See if they're a little more successful with this approach. And already they are. So, good timeout by Coach. Results in 2 points.
Finally seeing Jesup on the board, and that's the first basket of the half for Emma Bowes, her second one of the game. Ball's up in the air.
Nice aggressive play by Peyton Youngblood there. Nearly forces a turnover. Got Marley Shizzle set check in at the next dead ball.
And good give to Wagnus. Count that in.
Roll. Got the roll. Oh. Yeah, AP, they just fly to the ball. I mean, if you're at all late on a pass, nice interfeed by Olivia Nesbitt to Emma Bowes, who drop stepped up and in. Good basketball right there.
You know, they're battling some height. You talked about that when we opened the game. Of AP is always quick, but the height piece is just adding to it this year.
It's kind of the length. I mean, those girls, they're flying around. They got those long, lanky arms, and
the trip up far side. Bowes will hit the floor. Foul against AP. That will be the second team foul.
I think Bowes and who am I trying to think of for the boys? Not Brennan.
Brennan Oshner.
Brennan. Is it Brennan?
He took the two charges the other night.
Yes, yeah, Brennan. I thought I had him confused with his older brother, but there you go, Peyton Youngblood. Big three ball. I was going to say Emma Bowes and Brennan Oshner have to be the most violent fallers. What's the word?
You hear it hit hard.
Yeah, it's like they're dead. I would be, certainly. I know we've talked about it with Brennan a few times, but Emma's the same way. When she goes down, I think it's just all bones, you know. That's all you hear hitting the ground. Nice turnover by Peyton Youngblood's going to stay with the Jesup, the Jayhawks.
And Brennan took one last night.
Did he?
Yeah. Outside shot. Peyton Youngblood trying for another three. Weber has it. Puts it back up.
There you go, girl.
Bank it in. Use that board. Weber with three total. Ball loose far end. Jesup will have it back their way.
So the Jayhawks making their coach look like a genius here, going to the line, press break. After that timeout, just having much, much more success getting the ball up the court, using this. Stretches that defense out a bit, but moving it well.
Block from Peyton, trying to bounce it off AP, and that strategy worked.
Good job, Peyton Youngblood, heads up play.
Was that a dig at Conrad? Showing that he's a genius, is that what you said?
No, they're making him look like a genius. I mean,
you're not going to say that about Conrad, especially after the comment he made Friday night.
That's right.
I told that to somebody, and I thought, I just lost it. It's good getting credibility from the least credible person I know.
Oh, Conrad.
Was he serious? I go, no.
Totally.
They riot each other.
Can't stand him.
Well, it's nice you made your way tonight to do the game. Well, as long as I'm far enough away from him. I like to be above him. Outside shot. There was a look there from Walker, but AP just not getting the baskets to fall. 28-27.
Nice.
Shizzle, quick spin to Weber off the fingertips of Eddie, out of bounds. And
that pass just not going to make it through against AP. I like the idea, trying to get that ball up the court and in the hoop as quickly as possible, but
they have just struggled on those long passes. AP gets there quick, and like you said, those long arms.
Hit it.
Getting that way quick. Shizzle trying for a three quickly.
Boom.
And she's at a total
5 for Shizzle.
That's going to be 3. I thought
3?
She had more than that.
I thought she had one.
3.
Yeah, I'm with you, Nate. I thought she had one earlier tonight. She's done a really nice job on the defensive end, though. Nesbitt with another foul. That brings her to 3. No, is that just 2 for Nesbitt?
Yeah, it should be.
Oh, yeah.
We got to trust that Ardell Oshner's down there doing the sideboards correctly.
He does a fantastic job. I visited with him on the way in tonight. He's always got something insightful to say.
Well, he's got a story.
Yep.
A little bit of insight.
So, missed on both of them.
Bain in the game. Got 2 seniors on the floor as Peyton Youngblood, the other one.
Good feed.
Gets a feed to Weber, but unable to make it happen.
A little strong, Peyton.
90 seconds here in the third quarter. Deep 3 attempt from Schultz, no good. Nesbitt with it.
Go.
Yeah, she almost should have just kept driving through.
Absolutely.
And that ball's going to get Nesbitt almost lost the handle on it, and Chisel's going to step her foot out of bounds as she was trying to
We had a
flail
timeout
away.
first.
But Coach Conrad, you're saying Coach Conrad called timeout before that whistle.
Had to be
It's what the
first.
official on the near side's.
It had to be first. He wouldn't have had it if it wasn't. So.
Are you all right? Do you need a nap?
Yeah, I kind of do, Nate. Not gonna lie. I'm getting tired after a decade of this.
I was looking back if there was a Marpole back here on the ledge still that you could get
Juice
after.
me up a little bit.
Well, I came across in the Facebook memories our Bean Boozled game.
Oh God, that was terrible.
When we were eating the jelly beans, and it was earwax or
I about threw up.
Rat poison or whatever it was.
I didn't feel right for the rest of the evening.
And we said that's the last time we do that.
We were just at a volleyball tournament outside of Chicago, and somebody brought that, and I refused to play.
You've been scarred. Nesbitt in that corner. She's going to come baseline, tucks underneath, but outside of Youngblood, trying another 3. Back of the rim, no good. AP has it. Under a minute to play, third. Nesbitt just going to let it happen.
Push it.
Nesbitt did not seem too confident that Klooster was going to make that shot.
Go.
Timeout wanted by AP and head coach Brady Driscoll, assisted by Robert Driscoll and Caitlin Cavalier, along with Ellie Etchen. Jordan Conrad, your head coach of the girls team. Tim Zabel, the assistant, along with Jason Pilcher, Roger Oberhauser, and Roger joined me for the call of the boys game here later tonight. We'll break him in on headset.
Raj. There you go.
Shizzle breaks out of that coverage. Now it's up to Peyton.
Go, Peyton, go.
Makes her way through that defense. Bain back over to Weber. Little dip in for the point guard. Nice attempt. I don't think AP was looking for that. Last second shot attempt as Shizzle has 2 seconds to try and get it off. Layup, not going to count. I'm not sure if she knew exactly how much time was left.
No, she didn't, but that was a great turnover at the end there, and couldn't quite get it in time, but love to see that hustle, man. That's what Shizzle brings to the table.
31-27 is where things are sitting right now. And cheerleaders, both sides, trying to get.
Tell me that's some loud cheerleaders.
I was like, do I even have my microphone up here? Yeah.
They're belting.
Oh, they are. They are belting, aren't they?
Yeah.
Jesup got outscored in that third quarter, 13-12 that time around. We're going to head on the schedule. Past tonight did mention these are going to be boy-girl doubleheaders the next 3 games. Friday night at East Marshall, next Tuesday at Wapsie Valley, and a week from Friday at Columbus Catholic. Girls do have a makeup that they will travel to Turkey Valley on February the 10th and close out the regular season on February the 11th at back New Hartford. Luke with insights that I can only get off air. It's for me to know and the rest of you.
Get in there.
Shot goes away.
Use that backboard, Olivia.
Looked at a wide open shot.
Nobody ever accused us of being overly serious up here, that's for sure, Nate.
No, I don't think that was ever asked.
No. Good defense by Peyton Youngblood. I thought she got a piece of that at first.
I think it's only come recently to light of, should we let them do this anymore?
Turns out
something like that.
Turns out we made the decision for them.
Yeah. Maybe they'll just leave on their own.
10 years.
Yeah, 10 years been waiting this thing out.
Anthony's going to throw a party when he doesn't have. He's sitting next to him making fun of him anymore.
Wait till he shows up here and he's all lonely. I mean, Clark will be done too. Have to do everything by himself.
Have you told Clark that you're putting him on the mic yet?
I offered to have the boys on the headset tonight and us running the controls.
I always think it's funny when people say, how do you do that? I couldn't do that. And I'm like, you know me. I'm working with like 3 brain cells here, and I managed to get it done.
Well, it was 6 when we started. And Aaron pass. I don't know if Peyton just wasn't quite ready, or the legs weren't moving quick enough to get to that.
Yeah, I wouldn't put that one on Peyton.
Fourth quarter. And Jesup, only 3 losses in the season early on to Hudson and Denver.
Get it.
And then to West Delaware just after New Year's. AP. Another attempted shot. Emma Bowes, nice pull in.
Yeah, way to root that down. Now get it out of there, don't.
She's been averaging almost 4 defensive boards a game. Coming baseline, looking outside. Jaden has the opportunity. Rim no good.
Get back.
Down floor.
Jogging.
For Kuster.
Jogging.
8 total. Two-point margin. Boys game will follow. We'll have a new link on the YouTube channel and on Facebook for the boys game against AP. Outside Zabel, she hit 2 early threes. And a foul as Peyton was going to the hoop, it looks like.
Yeah, I think they're going to call that on the floor.
Jesup, see what they can convert here as Shizzle makes her way in. Yeah, I thought I had in my book that Shizzle had 4 or 5 points, but.
Well, I think she's got about 5 or 6 steals. We were talking about her previously, but I think that was more related to her defensive effort.
Moving into Nesbitt. Outside,
Nice
Zabel waiting in the wings. Clears coverage, but that shot doesn't fall. In that corner, little crossways and a little hang up, little change of mind from Wagnes. 20 on that shot clock, and Shizzle continues to go after, trying to pick that ball away.
Good defense.
And that gets knocked down. Whistle sounds for a timeout for AP.
Nice job by Shizzle and Emma Bowes there. This is just what you're seeing is a result of two teams that play pretty stellar defense. You're not going to see a lot of points in a game like this, and it's going to look probably a lot uglier than it might typically look, just because, you got two teams that are real good at forcing turnovers and trapping the ball, jumping passing lanes. Kind of hard to watch.
It's a different game than we've been used to seeing.
Yeah.
AP come after tonight. They will host Gladbrook Rhinebeck Friday. Next week, they will be on the road, actually hosting Denver on Tuesday, Wapsie and Union the end of next week. Close out the season with Waverly Shell Rock. But, 11-4, their losses in the season to Hampton-Dumont, Hudson, Denver, and lost last week to Hudson as well, 59-53, as they're coming through their portion of their pod in the Nickel Central. Deep three goes in for the Falcons, and they take the lead back.
Walker with the three-pointer.
That is her first basket of the game, I believe. As Zabel
got away with the double there.
And turnover back into AP.
Probably a good no call.
Yeah, I looked at that and I go, did I see that right?
Yeah, well, Zabel doubled, and then there was probably a foul on Bowes that they didn't call, which is just fine.
Ball will stay in AP's end.
Bain and Weber checking in for Zabel and Emma Bowes.
Ball out of bounds, stays to the Falcons.
Shizzle, anything comes near Shizzle, man, that thing's getting, at very least, touched, deflected. Really quick twitch muscles. That's hard to say.
Schultz trying to get out of Shizzle's reach. 10 seconds on that shot clock. Take it out, looking for one last chance. Nice hold up in that paint from Peyton Youngblood. Really? Ball is almost out of bounds, but as that clock passes, Bain has it for Jesup.
Go. We got to stop. We're unnecessarily holding that ball up.
And making some long passes that should not be doing against this squad.
Just get the ball and go. No reason to wait for the defense to set up.
AP definitely slowing it down. 10 seconds on their shot clock. Schultz with it, then Walker. Corner to Wolf, she tries the three, and that doesn't hit the rim either. Weber gets caught up in a double team, and Peyton Weber
there you go with it.
Gets it to Nesbitt. Now Shizzle holds hard on that pivot foot. Very well could have been a quick turnover, but Weber.
Nice post move, Peyton Weber.
She posts up where she needs to be, and Jesup back with the lead.
Got her shoulder square, and that's kind of a dying art. Just taking a moment to collect yourself, get those shoulders square to the backboard, and put it off the glass.
A little opening underneath, but Nesbitt will have the foul as she gets a little
Let it go.
Gets some energy and kind of bounces at Ava Walker a little bit. Quickly pulls back.
That's going to be Olivia's fourth. That's a tough one.
And Conrad will just give her the chance, and we've got a bloody nose here down below with Peyton Kluster. That will bring her out.
Olivia will head to the sidelines for a bit here. Zabel into the game.
So I think Kira Morris in off the bench for Jesup. I don't think there's any.
Yeah, I was going to say, get that girl a towel. She's got blood all over.
Just see if they're checking the floor, if they get on the floor anywhere. It doesn't seem to be. 3:06 remain in this game, and definitely one we thought it was going to be.
Is pinch the nose and tilt your head back not a thing anymore?
I don't know. What are they? What's the? Just hold it?
No, I couldn't tell that they were trying to do anything to.
That's how I was always told.
Just gonna let this,
pinch it high up.
We're just gonna let this blood go all over.
And let the blood drain in the back of your throat.
Yeah. So you're sick about 5 minutes later.
But it's not bleeding anymore. And then you blow your nose and it all starts up again.
Yeah.
We're tied up at 33 points here in Jesup tonight with AP Aplington-Parkersburg in town.
Just a battle. Battle from start to finish. Off the mark there for.
And how many shots have we seen the Falcons shoot from that distance that just hits the net, just hits the rim, but
it's not real close, yeah.
Well, I guess we've had a fair share of those too. Tied up at 33. And it was a low-scoring game last week with a win over Sumner Fred, 37-24. Weber, Peyton Youngblood in that corner. Zabel wide open, sees a double team. Dish off to Peyton Youngblood. Shizzle calls for it, calling over Zabel. And that one, just waiting for it, was Quinlan Schultz. And a timeout is wanted by head coach Brady Driscoll. Jesup trailing 35-33, 2:13 remaining. As coach will get his dry erase board. Wrestling up at Denver tonight in the triangular, faced off against Columbus Catholic and shut them out 76-0. Pins by Trevin Delagardelle, Caden Lang, Tice Larson, Wyatt Renner. Andrew Devlin with a pin in there. Gavin Bell. So Jesup, I think, finished a close third over at Ida Grove in the tournament they had in Western Iowa this weekend.
And that's a good finish in that tournament, I would guess. Not being a wrestling.
Well, it sounds like it's some solid competition.
Yeah.
And Jesup underway with Denver right now, just getting some JV matches going.
It would appear Jesup kind of just picked up where they left off last year. Seems like they got a real solid team.
Yeah, if you signed up for their pin club or whatever, you might need to go start picking up cans. Pay off your dollars for pins or whatever it is that they have.
Is that something they have going?
Yeah, something like that. So many pins, it's like a little fundraiser for
That's
them.
cool. I like it.
Cans probably won't do it.
Nice shot by Olivia. That's confidence right there. You mentioned it earlier, Nate.
She's got 10, but I know she's aware she's got 4 fouls as well, as do AP.
She's got to play straight up and smart. 3.
Finally saw one go in with Walker. 7 total. They've got that advantage with that shot. Now Youngblood, Shizzle down low.
Nice job by
She tried to follow through, almost had that thing blocked. It just didn't get it high enough.
I have no idea how she got back on that.
But they're going to bring that offense to a little bit of a crawl. And I got to think coming out of this one, it's going to have maybe some decisions made on postseason hosting. As we should probably hear from that this week or early next of where postseason pairings will go for the girls in. It won't be for a little bit before we learn about the boys.
5 seconds on the shot clock here. Got nothing easy in the middle. Coach is going to, Coach Driscoll wants to talk to his gals, set something up. Got to believe they want to find something easy in the middle that would give them that 5-point advantage, give them a little cushion.
So they'll stretch that out to 1 minute. Nesbitt leads for Jesup, 10 total points. AP basketball boys waiting in the corner to our right. Jesup probably not too far down the hall as they wait this one out. But looking on the schedule, Thursday night, Junior Hoy boys hosting Oline. It's a JV wrestling tournament. Going to be down over at Union. So down at East Marshall this weekend, or this Friday for football. High school conference wrestling tournament taking place at Aplington-Parkersburg on Saturday. And boys JV varsity at Don Bosco over at Gilbertville on Saturday. And Luke, if you feel like it, we got some adult pickleball happening Sunday.
I saw that.
Have you gotten into the pickleball?
I have.
That's something
I have
that you
not.
would have.
I played it once. I enjoyed it. I've got nothing against it. I'm out of town on Sunday, even if I was interested. But
I feel like that's something you'd get into for about 3 years.
Are you saying I have a tendency to go 0 to 100 and then 0 back, or 100 back to 0?
I've known you for a few years.
Kind of like baking bread.
I'm surprised we got 10 years out of you up here.
Yeah, I'm a bit of a squirrel chaser.
Yeah, you were breaking bread, but that was baking bread. That only lasted about 2 weeks, though. Basket in, 9 points total for Wagnus.
Plenty of time here, but we've got to get something.
Ball's loose. Weber triple teamed out. Zommel off the box.
Force a timeout here, or force a turnover out of the timeout.
Conrad wants the timeout, 39-37. Jesup, however, has placed AP in the bonus.
40 seconds on the clock, I think. You don't need to commit that foul right away. Yeah. Try to get that turnover off the inbounds and go from there.
And Nesbitt averages 15 points per game. Just been at 10 is where she's held steady.
Those middle schoolers are into it again, man.
Yeah, they're cheering. I know, talking to Gina Felt, she congratulated the ones that were cheering along and encouraging everybody else to show up, and kind of really showing it to the high school kids.
I don't know who the kid is in the Chiefs sweatshirt there, but he was all in, man. That kid, he was committed.
He's got energy.
Yeah.
As long as he can keep channeling that for good. AP with the ball, 42.9 seconds remain.
Good defense.
Another timeout is called. Burn some time off the clock. 30-second timeout. Down below here. He's going to peer over Conrad's shoulder here to kind of get a sense of where he's at. Looking over at Coach Driscoll. And I got to think, Luke, applying the pressure, trying to get themselves to the free throw line. And being in the bonus.
Yeah, for sure. Sorry,
Did you drift off?
I got caught up into Coach Conrad's little scheme.
Oh, I don't know if you were
down there.
It went full in on paying attention to the cheering middle schoolers.
No, I was actually trying to figure out what we thought we might do here.
And a foul. Emma Bowes will have that counted against her. They will go to the other end of the floor to shoot free throws, and that is going to be Bose's 4th personal.
I know she wanted a jump there. I can see the look on her face, but that was, unfortunately, that's a reach end, Emma.
We will see Nesbitt and Jaden Bose come in the game.
Ooh, big miss. Get some shooters into the game here. We've got
Old Bain out.
big rebound opportunity here.
Back up and pulled down by Weber.
Okay,
Still
go.
2-point margin, 40 seconds to go.
Go.
Little difference in the shot clock of about 5 seconds. Weber has it. Backs up off the board, no good. Nesbitt, rebound, draws the foul. Shot goes in.
That's
Tied
a
it up
tough
at
move
39.
right there. Good job,
Weber had a
Olivia
great
Nesbitt.
opportunity, but no one was really paying attention to Olivia on that far side.
No, she went up, got that rebound, took a shot, got the roll. Let's make this a three-point play here, Olivia. What a game, Nate. It feels like it's taken about 3 years to play, but
it's pushing that.
But here we are with, I don't know, what do we got, 25 seconds left approximately, 27?
27.1 is what we're sitting at, which a lot can happen in that period of time. And I'm just in awe with the energy of the middle schools drifting over to the parents, but middle school kids almost seem to, or the high school kids almost seem embarrassed for the middle school kids.
Well, you know, they're at that age where they're more concerned with their, I don't know what they're concerned with, to be honest with you. But
if any of us could figure that out, we would be doing other things.
These middle school kids, they're too young to care about anything. They're fired up. They want their Jayhawks to win. I'm here for it. I love it. I've reached a point in my life where I'm more like a middle school kid myself, Nate.
I think you've been there a while. It didn't just happen.
I'm not sure I ever left it. So here we go, Olivia Nesbitt. She's going to try to make this a three-point play, see if she can give the Jayhawks a 1-point advantage.
And she is a 79.5% free throw shooter coming into the night. And
she will do just that.
Does what she needed to do. 13 total points. And just letting the shot happen. Drops in for AP. Schultz with a basket. Taking her to a total of 7 here in the last 12 seconds. Ball sails out of bounds. Nesbitt has it. Opportunity to come in for Weber. Draws the foul, and she will go to the free throw line. Woo! Calm and collected.
I'm looking at. I won't say.
Peyton Weber.
I'm looking at Peyton's dad right now. He's.
That counts in. Weber ties it up with that free throws. That's her 6th point. Definitely some pressure on this one, but Weber handles it.
All right.
Timeout wanted for
defense now. Defense.
Jesup, 42-41. Peyton Weber, 2 free throws coming off the Olivia Nesbitt with a shot and a foul and a free throw, bringing us to where we're at now. However, did see Schultz go to the other end of the floor after that free throw from Nesbitt to make a quick basket. So as they come through the timeout, we're seeing some energy now. This gets the high schoolers up.
There we go. Go Jayhawks, go. Go Jayhawks, go Jayhawks, go Jayhawks, go.
I don't know, Clark, if you can take the camera over there and
Clark's not even
kind of
paying
show
attention.
him. Yeah, he left, I think. just to kind of show the crowd that's getting into it.
Cheerleaders are done. The middle schoolers, they were still ready to fire off.
They're going to storm.
Few more cheers.
I think they're going to storm the court when the victory happens. Those backboards are coming down.
Let's go. Let's go. Defense now. Nothing easy. Nothing easy.
Last second shot doesn't go. Follow up and wow. How about that for a ball game? 42-41. Jesup goes to 13-3 on the season. AP falls to 11-4. And you look at AP, they had opportunity there that last few seconds, Luke, to make something happen.
That's a big win for the Jayhawks. And you're right. I mean, Schultz launched half quarter, close to a half quarter, hit the back of the rim, went out. Now had that little putback there. If that went in, I don't know if they would have counted that. That was so close. The ref was looking at it like they might have counted it, but what a heck of a game by both teams. All-out defensive battle, and huge win for the Jayhawks. Anytime you get a W over the Falcons from Aplington-Parkersburg, it's a good night.
Jesup with the victory despite being outscored in that fourth quarter, 14-11. So leading scorer for Jesup, senior Olivia Nesbitt, 13 total points. Wagnes, I believe, leading on the APN with 9 total points. So Luke, for one final time for Luke Baldwin.
Damn.
And camera operator Eric Clark and on-site producer Anthony Baugh. I'm Nate Claybert from the upper patio in the South Gym here in Jesup. In final score, girls win 42-41. Our next broadcast coming up next with the boys right here on the Jayhawks Sports Network. Watch this game again on replay on YouTube or on Facebook. This is the Jayhawks Sports Network from Heartland Technology. Music courtesy of bensound.com. Go Jayhawks and good evening.